Hey guys, this is Kay and you're on my channel, The Collective Soul Tarot. We're about to get ready here to do a alphabet reading. We have 3 letters. I will finish the other 2 at the beginning of the year. But I just wanted to say, if your name happens to be a J and you're born in 2001, that's what the 1 stands for. Just forget that. This is your reading if your first name, middle name, nickname, or last name starts with J. Whatever it is you resonate most with. Whether you're born in 2001 or not, okay? Mixing it up. I've already shook it. Okay. So, whatever we got, the birth year is just an added perk for the person who is actually, the people who are actually born in 2001 and you resonate with the J name. Maybe you know somebody too who's born in like 2001 and resonates with the J name. You could be a cross watcher, as they say. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a letter. It's going to be this one, J. Of course it had to be right. It'll go in here, but yeah, you know. And so we're going to look at the, I'm not looking, just so you know, picking a birth year. We have got 1956. So somebody's born in 1956 that has a J name that you go by, that you resonate with. Okay, great. We've got that done. Now, let's call on Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit to help and guide and assist me in correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly. And I do want to tell you too, by the way, I keep forgetting to tell everybody when I do a reading. So I'm offering private, personal readings. The link to my website, to the page on my website for private readings is in the description box below the video, this video. Okay, there. So Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for J names today? Whether they're born in 1956 or not, what do we have for J names? Today is November 29th, Thursday. No, it's not. It's November 30th, Thursday, 2023. Oh yeah, divide, 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 and conquer. Right? Okay. Celtic cross spread. Current situation, overall energies. We have the 7 of Wands. Somebody has created some healthy boundaries, or you're defensive. Knight of Pentacles, moving slowly. Okay, healthy boundaries and moving slowly. Or you're defensive towards somebody who you find is being very slow to showing up, right? Distant future, distant past, judgment. Somebody made a decision or you were judged. Or you made it. Yeah, so either you made a decision or you feel judged. Recent, the Sun. Recent past, the Sun. That's nice. Something's been revealed to you. You might be happy. What's in your thoughts? Oh, well, 9 of Wands. It's what you're thinking about. So I wouldn't say you're truly happy. I would say that something's been revealed to you. That's what the Sun can stand for too. 5 of Wands in your bridging energy. What are you afraid of? Overindulgence. Someone's in your environment is a hermit, is being hermitized. What you hope for is the end of betrayal, of feeling betrayed, right, by whatever your circumstances are. Okay. Outcome, oh, you want to feel victorious, of course you do, and successful, happy. You might even be looking at a job to go to that's going to make you feel changes upon you and feeling good. So let's clarify. We have strength, that you need to increase your time spent raising up your vibration, so you have that inner strength and courage to be able to move forward. The Star, you want to heal. You're balancing, and by balancing your emotions and your thoughts, you're healing, because otherwise your thoughts dominate, which is the ego, the fears, and your heart really isn't being heard. That's out of balance, right? Bring it into balance and you have like equilibrium, right? success. Heart and mind are talking to each other. Okay, what's this one in the environment? We have the Emperor. Somebody's in hermit land. The Emperor and the King of Wands. Wow. Okay, Jay, 1956, whether you're born 1956 or not, somebody took a leap of faith with somebody they can't get off their mind. But it's a tower moment happened because you had put that person in a third party, or that person put you in a third party. Here's the High Priestess. Somebody not saying a word, knowing a whole lot, but, hiding their secrets. There's the book. You're a book of secrets, right? Could be the Akashic Records, could be just what you know that you're not telling anyone. You're not confessing to anyone. You're not expressing to anyone. You're just keeping your thoughts and feelings to yourself. Okay. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. Let me have a look at this. I just want to look at this first, okay? And then we'll pull cards. You're feeling defensive against somebody who's as slow as a turtle, okay? That's the Knight of Pentacles. Slow as molasses in winter, as they say in Canada. That you had been judged against. J name. And in your recent past, you found things out. You have been enlightened. And how it was and what it was that put you in the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, that you have a lot of internal conflict over right now, still. Feeling internally conflicted because you don't see any movement from this dude here, the Emperor, who's like a King of Wands, wants to take action, wants to take control of their life. This is what you're seeing, but they're not. They're here. You might be believing or seeing, or this is exactly what their situation is. They're in hermit land, trying to gain some insight as to how and what, why, how, and when. Psychology. So you're trying, I'm saying he here, he is trying to receive some wisdom and guidance about how to proceed. Because he wants to. And the Emperor is also, but he could be married. The Emperor could be saying that he's married. Okay, J names? But you've seen that he betrayed you in the past, and you don't want to be betrayed anymore. You want to just feel victorious, happy, and successful. You have been, finding your strength through your following your own North Star. Checking in with your God, your inner wisdom, your soul, your heart. Following your heart, you've been finding strength and courage to be able to heal yourself and to be able to move forward with leaps and bounds. But you hit this wall all the time. You want to, but you hit this wall, and the wall is that there's this attachment you have to this guy here, that you haven't been able to get them off your mind, and it's been creating tower moments for you, tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. And why? That's the Psychology. The why is because you have to let go, you have to release the attachment. Yeah, you do. You have to release it. Now, I'm not going to leave it that way because it might confuse me later on. So while you're hanging on, not letting go, energetically, some people also not only energetically won't let go, they might still be with a person, which might be this guy's situation. He's still with somebody that he's physically holding on to. And I don't mean physically in the sense that they got them in jail, but held up in the house, in the basement or the attic, nothing like that. But it is like they live with them. So before that, if they until he lets go of that relationship, he will remain living there and being with that one, okay? And this is what you're seeing. And this is what you know. But you've been having tower moment after tower moment because it's a third party. Even though you're not with them, even though you're not with them, J names, you're still like, in your own mind, you're still a third party because you believe he loves you. You believe he wants to be with you. You do. You believe he wants to be with you, but there's a marriage in the way. And so you also see him as being, well, he loves me, but he's not able to move forward. So that must mean that he's like trying to figure it out, trying to figure these things out. But you're conflicted about that, because you don't know. You don't know. They're not saying a word. You're not saying a word. Everybody's in the dark, except for he's in the dark about you, but he's not in the dark about his own situation, obviously. But he is in the dark. Okay, if he does want to be able to get out of his relationship with whoever might be causing him problems, maybe he doesn't have any problems. Maybe he's living his life like just moving on with his wife, his spouse, or same sex, whatever. Maybe he's just like carrying on with everyday life and there's really nothing going on that would make him want to leave it. And you're thinking it is, because he's got to be loving me and wanting to be with me instead of her, but he's with her instead of me. So the truth of the matter is, it could be, and let's see if we can find out the truth. I sure would love to ask you, Archangel Michael. You just heard me talk about that. You just heard me talk about that. Whew. There's the first card. Would you please provide clarity for all of us here, J names, whether they're born in 1956 or not? Please provide some clarity as to what this J name is thinking, if it's true that this person really does love them and wants to take action on them, but the marriage is in the way, but he's in hermit land right now, where he's not saying a thing. He's isolating himself because he just doesn't know what to do and how to do it to get out of this, to be able to move towards J. Okay? Would you please provide clarity through this reading for us? Thank you. There, I set the intention now. Let's go. Because, it's terrible not knowing. If you can't see what's going on in their life, you're always left to guess. And we know that when we're left to guess or assume, things aren't so true. Things are not the way we've been believing it to be, assuming it to be. What else we got for these two energies? Yes, someone's sitting on the fence. And the World with the Three of Wands. There's the Four of Wands too, but let's not pull that out right now, because we're just starting here. This has been bringing you a lot of heavy burdens, but it's the end. 10 is the end, right? It's not 9. It's not 9. There's 9 right there. There's 10 here. You're putting an end to it. Perhaps you're constructing through all this not knowing, like not having the clarity of what's really going on with him. If he really is just living his life normally and nothing like that's happening. Excuse me, I had to have a drink of water. But yeah, you really would like to let go of those burdens, because it's just been such a long time. Knight of Pentacles. This has been your life situation for such a long time. And what does that tell you? What does it tell you? It tells you you've been hanging on, right? Hanging on for the hope that you would see him show up someday. I understand that, but what this reading's going to also tell you, and it should, is that in order for you to get on with your life and be happy, whether this person is in your life or not, you should focus on your own happiness from the inside out, your own happiness. And you can only do it when you let go of the past. When you let go of all it is that you know nothing about anymore. You let go of the assuming. You let go of the wishing and the hoping. You just let it be what it has to be. Whether he shows back up or not, you're not going to know. And you, okay, so if you let go of needing to know. If you just let it go. You say, God, I'm giving this to you, put it in your hand. You know, you taking it and healing it and do whatever it is that you have to do with it or want to do with it. I'm letting go because I'm insane otherwise. I am insane about this otherwise. I'm letting go. You do that, and then suddenly, or not suddenly, maybe, it might be like that instantaneously. But in some time when you're ready and you really, it's for sure you've let go. For sure you let go. You've moved on in your life. Weeks and months are going by, even a year or more, and you really have let your hair hang down from this. That you're not focused on this anymore, that you've been really just focused on yourself. And a great way of doing that is focusing on some kind of work. Okay? Work or a hobby. That's the best way. Like really put your nose into it, you know, just get right into it and just work, you know, focus. And if it's the possibility of earning money from it, like, yay. So focus even harder and really just make things happen for you so that you can really truly be independently autonomous, in the sense that you don't need anyone. All you need is you and God right now. That's all you need is you and God right now. It doesn't mean like 10 years from now. It's just you and God again. It very well would mean that if you're able to really truly let go of somebody, either he's going to show up in your life at some point when you're perfectly ready for it, and of course they are, or God's got your back. He'll bring another like very strong, high vibing soulmate into your life. That'll feel so good to be with. That they be making you feel the way you think you would feel being with this one. And again, of course, this one could come into your life again. Like, you don't know until you let go. You don't know until you let go. So there's been a whole lot of sitting on the fence, not wanting to see, not wanting to know that it's best if I let go. Yep, you've been sitting on the fence saying to yourself, I can't let go of this, because if I let go of it, what does that mean? Does that mean that I don't love him anymore? No, not at all. In fact, it means the opposite. It means you love him so much that you are, what am I trying to say? You love him so much that it's worthwhile to you. That's it. It's worthwhile to you to love yourself first. That's how much you love him. It's worthwhile to you to love yourself first. And you do that only by letting go of someone who you think would love you. You don't need him to love you. You don't. You just need you and God for now, okay? Like I said, it's not going to be a forever thing unless you're like 96 years old, okay? Talk to God, you know. But yeah, if you're like in your late ages, then it might be a bit different story. But then you should be getting really intimate with your God, because, you know, you'll be seeing God not too many years down the road. And I say that with love and respect, of course, to the aged, right? So, but for someone who's younger, you've got time. You got time. Make your life count for you. That's it. Make your life count for you. And if he comes in, it's just like the icing on your cake. Your cake is your life. Well, suddenly there's been icing just slapped onto the cake and, you know, all battered up and looking really nice and delicious. And now you can eat your cake with your icing too. Yay. But he'll add to your life. You see, if he comes back, hopefully, maybe, you know, fingers crossed, depending on how grown he's got. But anything, once you get yourself focused on you and loving you and taking care of you and what you care about, without saying, well, this is who I care for. No, you need to care for yourself first by letting go. And you do that, then everything else, like, you know, you're going to have so much icing on your cake. You're going to have a lot of icing on your cake. Trust me, I love cake with icing on it too. Oh my goodness, I do. So then you'll be putting an end to an old cycle, right? Having a brand new one with a fresh start by turning your back to the past and having made a choice. Guess who this is? Guess who this wand is? A tree in this picture. Guess who that tree is? If you said this guy, you're wrong. Guess who that is? It's you. This is you. You looking at you. He's looking at me right now, but you know what I'm saying. That's you. Okay? That's what this divine is trying to share with you through this reading. Okay? But we will find out more. Let's go ahead and talk about the distant past and the judgment. But you do this, you make up your mind. Okay, this is the if you do this, then this, and therefore that. Okay, if then therefore, you let go of your burdens over this, because doesn't this feel heavy, waiting for somebody to show up? It's just like, you don't know when it's going to happen, and then on top of it, you don't know if it's ever going to happen, right? You might be thinking he's like, you know, yeah, he's just still doing things with his wife, and they're happy, they're going on holidays together, you know, that kind of stuff. You get off your own fence and start living your life for you. Make the decision. This is being indecisive, because you're worried that if you don't think about them all the time, that doesn't mean you love them. Doesn't mean you love them. Yeah, you do when you actually turn your face to yourself. Your God within you. Yes, you put an end to a chapter that was been meaning to be ended a long time ago, so that you, waiting for your ships to come in, can take that next step forward, because this is you you're holding on to now, right? That's you. Okay, judgment. Okay, judgment. Okay, judgment, you'll feel so differently if you can convince yourself to let go. Trust me on that. Lovers. This is the distant past, remember? 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups with that 7 of Cups. Look what happened here. You had to make a judgment, or you were judged against. Yeah, you were judged again. Okay, look at this. Look at this guy here. This guy here, he came across to you in the distant past as being single. That he was free, that he was able, he was single and ready to mingle and make commitments to other people, you being the Queen of Cups. He told you he loved you, you were everything to him, you are like, there's no other, and that, you know, gave you the impression, if he didn't say it, that he's going to commit to you, and that he just loves spending time with you, and you tick all his boxes, all that sort of stuff. He did, however, realize that there was something more of a connection with you, possibly past lifetime connections, and trust me, that's what it is. It is past lifetime connection, where perhaps you were the guy who did what he did this time, and he was the woman, and now it's like the karma, you know, it's coming back around in this lifetime. It could be, okay, but you got judged against because he said for whatever reason you weren't enough in his own, not to you necessarily, but that's what it felt like. That's what it told you when he just kind of up and left without so much of an apology or a reason, explanation or anything. So you felt very judged because he chose because, you know, he was married or in a long-term commitment. He chose the other lover over you. Now, if he was in a marriage and he had his eyeball on somebody else that he decided he was going to be with and not you. You felt judged. It hurt. It hurt. And you also felt like an option. Make sense, guys? So he said he was single. He wasn't. So I would say that he chose over his wife. Okay? Chose over his wife. Chose over you. Chose his wife over you is what I'm trying to say. My goodness. But recently, you've been enlightened. Woohoo! This is the recent past. Now that we know the distant, what happened between the two of you. Yeah. Okay. 4 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. Well, how fitting, huh? Yeah. 7 of Swords. Okay. All right, J names, whether you're born in 1956 or not, you became enlightened. That it was time for you to turn inward. And this is about self-love. This Ace of Cups is the divine inspiring you from within to turn to yourself, to be enlightened, to see, to wake up and take those rose-tinted glasses off about what happened in the past and how you'd like things to be with this person in the future. If only he'd show up, right? Whew. But he rejected you. If you remember, he rejected you. This is you saying, I love myself enough to see the truth. The truth is, I was rejected. He he came towards me with this expression of, I love you. I love you. I don't love anyone else. I love you. I love you. But it was all about this. What he wanted, what he could get. Being deceptive and lying. You found this out. Found this out at the same time. So he was in love with somebody else. Not, if he was in love with you, it could be 2. The heart wants what the heart wants, right? Doesn't mean we can't love 2 people or more. But he had love for somebody else, a devoted couple love for somebody else. But this is all about you. Learning to turn that love, that great love that you have for someone else, to you. Love yourself. You are worthy. And if you're not loving yourself, you're practically telling yourself you're not worthy of being loved. And that is absolutely a lie. A lie, 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 lie. Hopefully you've been revealed and enlightened enough to know, to be seen that he had been remembering how he'd been like this with you, but he was really like that. He was wearing a mask. And he rejected your divinely inspired cup of love because you were truly offering your love to him. Okay, so what you're thinking about, you got the wounded warrior thoughts with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. That's the only reason why I said that now, isn't it? And the Page of Wands with the Hanged Man. Yes. Yes, ma'am. J names. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you've been wounded. You know it. Because somebody wasn't truthful with you and all they wanted to do was shake their wand at you. You know it. But you also know that you want to have truth in your life, truth, honesty, and clarity in your life, in whatever area of your life that you want to feel passionate about. And trust me when I say you follow your heart, you're going to have a whole lot of reasons to feel passionate, to be excited, and to move forward on a brand new path of excitement right here. Having good news because you're seeing life in a different perspective, in a different way, because you've been encouraged to turn that great love, that great love into you that you had for someone else. Because that other person wasn't appreciating it, wasn't taking it, is not available to take it. They're not present in your life. And you know that all too well, right? You know that all too well. So you're gaining a new perspective. This is what's going on in your mind, is that you don't want to feel wounded anymore. You want that honesty and transparency in your relationships with people, no matter who they are to you. You want to be excited, have a precious new beginning, and these are both divinely inspired new opportunities of having transparency in your life. you moving forward with a clean slate, having put this guy away, letting him go, so that you could love yourself, learn to love yourself, and be excited about your life again. With or without this guy in it, it doesn't matter. It would be best if you say, not with him now. Right now, not with him. What's so bad about that? That's a good perspective to have. Right now, not with him. Just right now, not with him. I'm going to take care of me first, and then I'll reassess it when the time comes, right? So we want to talk about the inner conflict. Okay. King of Cups. Three of Hearts. Yeah. Two of Wands. And there's the Four of Wands. All right. So guess what? Your inner conflict is that you would really like him to show up like this, and he came across to you like that, like he was truly all in with you, truly devoted to you and you alone as a king, right? He had some really caring, compassionate, emotional expressions to you. Just really seemed like he cared, and that he just like, you were jiving, the two of you. But guess what? Broken heart, right? Because he had two choices to make. He needed to decide, and he did. And guess who he decided? I mean, you're still remembering all of this. He decided his commitment, his long-term commitment with his spouse or long-term partner here. That has been nothing but, I mean, you're in competition, and you know that, because you feel as though they're still together, and that therefore you would have to compete with her to have him. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm sorry, but it sucks. It does. Sucks. Let's see. He did that, broke your heart, and it's still broken from what I can tell, because you need to really use what you gained for insight and clarity through what was revealed to you to love yourself, so that you can have this ace, and that ace moving forward with that ace in your hand right there. Ace of Wands. Letting your wounds, healing your wounds, letting them heal. And you only do that by how? Letting it go. This is holding on tight. Look how tight they're holding on to the pentacle. This is attached to something, some place, thing, or person, place, or thing, as they say. Okay, let's talk about his energy. Archangel Michael, will you please enlighten us? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Temperance. King of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, it could mean that he's cutting the Queen of Pentacles out of his life. He's taking charge to do that. He's hired a lawyer. He's just doing it, his intentions are to take charge, really, not just as a husband that wants a divorce from his wife. It could mean that he is he's brooding up in the sense that he's just going to be like blunt, brutally blunt towards her, because whatever reason is causing him to divorce her, he needs to make sure that she understands his intentions and be very clear about it. If not, it's through his lawyer, because the King of Swords can be a lawyer, a divorce lawyer in this reason. But he's been trying to find a temperate place, like to feel calm and peaceful and to feel balanced, which he hasn't been. So I'm going to get clarity for that, but I would say that he's looking to have kicking up a passionate new beginning with somebody, and I would, I would say it's likely you, but you know, what do we know? Or he's gonna go, you know, revert to player days and go out and do that again with somebody else, you know, with somebody, maybe you. Let's see. But with Hermit Land and being enlightened, divine guidance, I would suggest that it's not about trying to take advantage of somebody anymore. Okay, what do we know? What can you tell us about the Knight of Wands, please? Engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. Okay, well, you know, that could be with this one, or is it towards you? Girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun. That'd be having fun right there. We don't need any more. It's him wanting to move away. Girl talk would be like he's going to be, you know, talking to you and you're going to be enjoying your conversations with him. And perhaps he wants to eventually talk about reuniting, you know. But yeah, it looks like he is wanting to take action towards you. We still don't know when, okay? Still don't know when. But I would say the when is, we do know when, and the when is still, this, what it boils down to, J names, is the when is when you finally let go of the dude. Finally let go of your memories of heartbreak with him. He came to you as a King of Cups, but he chose somebody else over you. It's been heartbreaking to you. You've seen that he's been sneaky, lying, and deceptive. He's seen that he had a choice to make, and he made a decision to return to his marriage. Which, you know, in that sense, it's good, because it shows that he's loyal to the one he's made that kind of commitment towards, that he wouldn't just leave her for some hottie, right? That's good. But it doesn't feel good when you're the one that he's chosen against, right? Lying to you that he was single to be able to be with you like that. Queen of Cups, you feeling like an option. It's when you let go that his energy, that energy that you have attached to him, like an umbilical cord between the two of you, when you cut that umbilical cord, that's when he's really going to feel, when he really feels the void of you not being in his life anymore. So right now he's been sucking life from you through that umbilical cord. This is all done unconsciously, for the most part, unconsciously. Nobody's doing this on purpose. But that's because the energy cord is so strong, strongly attached to both of you, that it's having a devastating effect on your life, not to mention your health, right? Okay, let's talk about victory. It's up to you, of course, but you know, the first thing I would do if I were you is I'd let go permanently. Let go. Well, okay, I said permanently. I just mean for now, because it's all about right now. The future is the future, but right now is whatever you do right now sets you up for, or makes you fail in your future. Sets you up for success or failure, and you want success, right? Six of Wands, you want success as your outcome. Okay, Archangel Michael, thank you so much. What do we know? We have the Four of Swords. That's you resting, taking respite time to maybe be falling in love with yourself. The true love you have within you is for you and you alone. Let's see what else. It could be a dual thing. Knight of Swords. That's, you know, you using your energy to move forward, using your energy to move forward in ways that is a new beginning, because this is a messenger. It's a new beginning in truth, because you won't accept anything less than truth now. Remember, you won't accept anything less than truth, because it's just been going on too long, where you've been been hanging out behind the veil, not being able to see clearly at all, and feeling these tower moments. Anything you want to do, everything you think it might be true about the situation, you end up finding out it's not, because I mean, you still aren't hearing from him, so it can't be true. You know, it's an emotional mess for you. Really, it is. So let's see what the angels can give to you for advice on this situation. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. We see that he does really want to take action. This is just not her wishful thinking. But when, right? When? And when is when you let go. When you cut that cord that's between the two of you. It doesn't mean you don't love him. It just means that you love yourself more. Right now, you love yourself more. Of all this confusion and emotional confusion. Emotionally confused, feeling like an option. Okay, let's go. What do you have to say, angels? Within the next few weeks, what? Big happy changes. Oh my gosh. And then what? Look for a sign. Girls. I'm saying girls because this is collective J names. Girls, get yourself, cut that cord. Do it through meditation, in meditation. Do it right now. Just sit there in your chair while you're, after you finish watching this video, and say, Archangel Michael, because he's great at cutting cords, because he has that sword, the sword of truth, right? I always ask him to cut those energetic cords I have between me and other people that I feel is affecting my life in some way. I'd say, Archangel Michael, will you please wield your sword of truth and cut all those cords all around me, above me, and below me. Please just clear them all out for me right now. Now, it's not just a one-time thing, because whatever you're thinking still, even after you cut the cord, whenever you think about them, it puts that cord back there again. Does that make sense to you? It builds that connection again when you start thinking about him. So the idea is you need to cut it and stop thinking about him at all, so that you can really focus on you, the importance of you. And within the next few weeks, big happy changes, and look for a sign. I hope that that was helpful to you, J Names, whether you're born in 1956 or not. Take care of yourself with love and respect. Bye-bye.